Hello, everyone. First, we hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. In these extraordinary times, we thought it might be helpful to share some insight gathering from our partners in the marketplace and you, our clients. We're pulling together leaders from our various practice lines to talk about these insights. And today I'm joined by Peter Nadeau, who's a partner and senior consultant in our defined contribution practice. Peter?
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. So today I'm going to spend a couple minutes first talking about a curiosity that participants have been voicing, which is how to get their money if they were to need it in these unique circumstances. And then we'll talk a bit about money market and what we're seeing in stable value. So starting with participants and their concerns over their ability to access their funds if they need it. First and foremost, the most common are loans and, of course, hardship withdrawals if they meet a qualifying need. Also, if there were to be a natural disaster declared by FEMA, that may also qualify for a hardship withdrawal. Now, mind you, if someone were to take a hardship withdrawal, more than likely they will incur an early withdrawal penalty if they're under 59.5 years old, as well as be responsible for the taxes. But those are two options that are theoretically available to them today, assuming the plan allows for it. Now, what we're hearing more and more about within Congress is the CARES Act. Now, we're still waiting on approval from the Senate after it quickly passed through the House. What the CARES Act would allow for is participants to access their money. The way that we're reading the language today, it's up to $100,000 of all money sources would be available, and the taxes could be split over 3 years, or the withdrawal can be repaid to avoid the tax consequences altogether. Ryan, anything I missed there that you want to add?
No, I think your first point was a good one, which is we've got plan sponsors have been calling and asking about what additional flexibility may be provided to participants in need. And I think, as Pete mentioned, this is language moved by the Senate and passed through to the House as of the time of this recording. And thus far it looks to be able to provide some relief to participants who may need it.
Great, thanks, Ryan. So continuing down the list of items we have here, first, money market. Now, with the Fed's dramatic rate cut last week, we've seen front-end yields decline sharply and anticipate the yields on money market funds will follow suit in the coming weeks and months. Now, as you may recall, from the period of the credit crisis, we witnessed a drop in yields and saw most money market investment managers opt to waive all or a portion of the fees to prevent their money market funds from producing negative yields. Based on conversations we've had with many providers, we're hopeful that they will once again take these steps. Money market relief has been one of the many programs that the Federal Reserve addressed in recent days, as outflows from prime money market funds created potential liquidity issues and stress in the commercial paper market. Those actions appear to have alleviated much of the stress in that part of the market, but we continue to favor government or treasury money market portfolios, given their liquidity and the lack of potential gates or fees. Now, one thing that we will be closely keeping an eye on is the level of front-end treasury rates. We've seen 1-month and 3-month T-bills fall slightly below zero. While that concept has existed for several years outside the US, we haven't seen that in a sustained manner within the US. The Fed has stated that it's likely that negative federal funds rate does not make sense in our economy, but that they do have complete control, they do not have complete control over the treasury market. Now, obviously, this bears watching as the yields will have direct impact on government money market fund yields. Now, turning our attention to stable value, thus far, it appears that stable value portfolios have weathered the recent market volatility quite well. Most pooled funds ended February with money market to book ratios a few percentage points over 100%, largely driven by declining interest rates earlier in the year. While we anticipate recent spread widening has eroded some of those gains, we have heard anecdotally from many stable value providers that their market to book ratios remain healthy and above 100% positions. We've also heard that most funds have seen strong inflows as some participants have elected to seek the safety and capital preservation characteristics typically associated with stable value. These inflows have served to help shore up liquidity in these portfolios and may provide an opportunity to invest in bonds at more attractive levels. Now, last and perhaps most importantly, the wrap market for pooled funds remains healthy. The credit crisis in 2008 served as a good test for the wrap market, allowing providers to confirm whether or not this is even an attractive business line for them, raise the fees to more accurately reflect the risks, and tighten guidelines for investment managers. Each of these factors has led to a strong wrap market, which is well prepared for today's volatility. Brian, any other thoughts?
No, that's a great summary, Pete, and great insight, both on the potential flexibilities that will become available for participants who need to access their monies, and also a good summary on the capital preservation options that are found in many plans. We want to thank everyone for their time and listening. We know everyone's very busy, has lots going on in this time. If anyone has questions, feel free to send those questions our way through this email. Of course, if you have specific questions about your plan, please feel free to reach out to your consultant or service team member directly. And until our next recording, we hope everyone stays safe and healthy. Thank you.